Okay, and there we go. Everything seems to be working here. So I'm just going to have a few minutes for everyone to see what's going on. So give me a moment to finish setting up and we'll get started. Yeah, I thought you might hear the odd bits of type in there, but I just wanted to set things up and make sure all good. So, if everyone's ready and everything works, there is nothing wrong with your computer. We are controlling transmission. I always wanted to do that setup. It's only outer limits, if any of you are wondering. I'm just going to scroll through these lists. Let's see. I am going to juggle chat and my printouts here. So let's see. Royal Gaines third. Thank you for that. Aaron Fox. Okay, I'll mention the dogs later. People have asked me about them quite a bit. Reading these. Okay, so as you know, I don't normally do live streams. And this is why I have to juggle a lot of things. But we do have a lot of questions to get through. And they're in no particular order because I printed them out and then dropped the sheets. So everything is pretty mixed up. And hopefully, yes, it says here it's recording. So it means I can definitely upload a recording later on. And hello, Fox Incarnate. Actually, there was one live stream maybe 3 years ago. I did some readings on Halloween. But yes, I don't normally do these things. But let's get going with these questions. As I say that, Narvafloof, my dogs and my cat are doing very well. They haven't been outside too much today because it's raining right now. Royal Gaines 3, it's 3-4 years maybe I've been doing this. I've kind of lost track. I should look that up. The legendary Captain Werewolf guy, nice to see you. I'm doing well today. I have a week off work, which is how I can do all this. So let me get to my questions here. Okay, more questions coming in. I have 2 dogs. One's a Husky / Yukon Special, and the other one is a Black Lab something, because there are lots of mixes in this place, so we don't really know what either of them are. They both need to get home, so I gave them homes. Face reveal, a cover you were asking, that will be a no. You're never going to see what I look like. Basically, I'm very uncomfortable being on camera, so I'm much more comfortable acting everything just with a mic and no one watching me. Quick plays. Any negative reactions to the fan base of Blythe and Elden Ring? I've not heard anything from any of those. It was very confusing when it first came up. And I've got used to it now. Kath, what mic do you use? It's a Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus mic. It's a condenser mic. Wasn't too expensive, but it's very good quality. It's the second one I've been using in about 5 years. Well, thank you, Legendary Captain Werewolf Guy. Dilly C. Dilly, do you watch any of the Fury visual novelists or know any? I do watch some of Fritz Essays. He's fairly new, worth checking out. When I can watch his, I do. Fallen Wolf, of course, my good friend Fallen. I watch a lot of her stuff. And Dirk the Red Panda, also a good friend of mine, so I like to catch his stuff when I can. Now, OJ, what's your opinion of cats? I have a cat. He is somewhere around. Probably sleeping with my boyfriend at the moment. That sounds wrong. He is hutched up to him, sleeping there, I think. So he's not around. Thank you, Captain Nemo. Yes, I'm going to ask the Q&A questions. I'm just trying to go through all these. So, okay. If I miss any of your questions, let me know. I'm going to try and start on one of these ones that I got asked here. And then we'll get some more of yours. Roll Game 3? Yes, I do. Okay, so let's jump back to some of these questions people sent in first. Jay Wolfie has some questions here. What is a talent nobody knows you have to begin with? Probably, it's not really a talent, it's more of a skill. But I know how to drive a tram, or if you're North American, a trolley. I used to do that quite a few years ago, so we used to run up and down the train tracks here because there are no trains on them anymore. So, yeah, I know how to drive a tram, and I could actually do it for a living if I wanted to. What is your dream job? Well, that would pretty much be professionally voice acting. I have done a few games in the past. It's a lot of fun, but it's hard to get into, definitely. What is a controversial view you may have? Okay. So, it's only kind of controversial to some people. Definitely, I have moved more in favour from more devolution to actually independence to Wales. Of course, as you may know, I am Welsh, even though I don't live there anymore. Yeah, and that's watching what goes on in Britain recently. I'm definitely in favour of that. And one more question from Jay Wolfie. Do you plan to continue your YouTube channel much longer? Yep, I do plan to keep this going. I have no real plans to stop doing anything with this. We'll just keep going as long as I can and people are watching the things. Yeah, Anel is really nice there. Steve is in. Who's your personal favourite character of the visual novels? That's a bit of a tough one. If I had to choose just one, probably Amicus. I really get on with him. Dilly C. Dilly, Minotaur Hotel, probably Kota I would get on better with. Apart from if Luke was calmed down and doing some stargazing, we could definitely get on together with that. Oh, Wolf, hey, nice to see you here. Yeah, I just started streaming, so you haven't really missed too much. Fox Incarnate, I hope you pick up the video later if you want to see what's going on. Zero the Wolf Dragon, the wolf in my profile picture is me, basically. Rula did that art for me of Blythe Fluid. So that's why I have him there. Roll Against Third, my family's home Britain, doing very well, I have to say. We had some more worrying stuff going on, but it won't get too personal, but everything is good now with them. What's your favourite car, KL Pounds? Probably that old Mini Cooper I used to drive years ago in Britain. Minis are a lot of fun to drive. I don't have one now, but yeah, that was good. Let's see. I made through the Volink voice. I can't remember it offhand. I find these voices stick to the characters when I read their lines. It's hard to get into them sometimes. Cole Jones. There is a email address if you look in my channel description there. You can send me some links to it when it's done. I'll certainly take a look at it. And I can't promise anything. So a lot of people do ask me that, but I'll think about it. I'll certainly read and give you some feedback. Prometheus Lens. Yeah, if I need a break, then I will definitely do that. Now, Jay, I've kind of been so busy with more domestic stuff and work and all that kind of things. I haven't really got too much in world politics at the moment. Oops, let me scroll back. I just missed one there, Kale Pounds. YouTube was kind of an accident thing. I did not expect it to carry on this long. It was... Yes, there's going to be a few videos and everyone will stop watching. I was going to stop doing them, but yes, didn't quite happen like that. What character do you see? By the way, I apologize if I'm missing any of these. There is some scroll going on. I'm trying to keep up. Who would win in a fist fight, Amicus or Rannoch? That is a good question. That might be a draw there. What characters see yourself the most in? That's a good question. I can see bits of myself in like Amicus. He's very easy to get into character for. Definitely Parker from Afterclass. We have very similar interests there. Also a bit of Lars there. We both like reading. Probably the one, especially recently I've been so busy, is actually a non-VN character. Sia Wanders in Dreams, who's my first voice role, and give me a few more years, maybe a couple of decades, I'll basically be turning into him. Here's some links of him, videos of him on the channel here if you want to have a look. Oh, everything's jumped over here. NL is very nice here. Aaron Fox, what is the English translation of your intro? It's Welcome to the Grey Wolf channel. Price your channel of light fluid. Mr. Eric, will you play extracurricular activities again? Probably not. I have played one of the routes through myself, and I think it's been done a lot, and I have a lot going on. Now, Hojay, Haruki might get a route. I don't particularly like Haruki myself. I feel better about him as we got to know a bit more. But on the whole, I really don't like him that much. He's not one of these characters I like. Okay, I'm going to go back to a couple of these questions got sent in. I'll come back to some of these questions I have in a bit. So I've stopped the scroll so I can keep track of some of you. Let me think. Zero the Wolf Drunk. Okay. So, Neptune Y. Yosef. By the way, I apologise if I mispronounce any of your names. I just have them written down here, and I'm guessing some of these. Who's your favourite main character out of all the visual novels you've read so far, and why? I think that would probably be Amicus. He is a very... Sorry, I'm just distracted here. Apparently I got a warning here because its bitrate is a little low. That's my internet for you. Yeah, probably Amicus. I like a lot of these main characters. Jace is another one I really like as well. Dave from Password, a nice hyena. Probably with Amicus, he's a really nice wolf. He does make some mistakes, but he's trying to be better. And it's about him, it's very, very easy to slip into character when I do him. I'm not some characters. Okay, this is their voice. This is how they would sound. Amicus, I kind of turn into a bit when I'm doing him. So we have that there. DJ, Knight of Hope. If you're given the chance to feature in a visual novel as a main character, how would reactions go? That would be very interesting to see. And of course, some of you may know I do pop up, well, a version of me anyway, in Afterclass on Anders' route there. You can get to see me there. And there is a main character in the forthcoming VN. Has quite a lot of me in him, but not me as such. Okay, Nava Floof. Quite a few questions. What made me become a narrator and who? That was actually some of the people on the Echo Discord. Basically, a long time ago, I shared a reading of a old Blackgate fanfic, and people said, "Oh, you should maybe do Echo." Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I figured I'd give it a try, just do a couple of videos, and people seemed to like it, and it was fun, so I just kept going from there, and basically, all of you keep me going this. You seem to enjoy it, so I'm glad you enjoy them, and as long as people watch, I'll keep doing this. What made you pick Furry VNs? That was kind of an accident. I was just basically doing Echo to start with. Leo's Route, they went to TJ's, and Ed Astra came out. Oh, this might be fun to do, and it just came on from there. Are you in Canada? Yes, I am. I live here. Why are your pets adorable? Leo, do you want to answer that one? You just are, is that okay? He says they're just adorable, that's why. Are you a furry? Yes. If you do, did you want to have a fursuit? That would be fun. I have no money at the moment to speak of, so that's off. It would be nice to do. What was your OC and name inspired by? Well, you can see my grey wolf there, and Blythe literally means grey wolf. That's where the name came from. Not very interesting. Yes, rate's question, kind of a little personal, though I kind of mentioned it earlier, if you're paying attention. How long do you plan on the rating? I have no plans to stop, basically. How old are you? It's some personal questions here. Probably older than some of you think, anyway. Let's leave it at that. Okay, let me just drop back into the chat here. Oops, it scrolled up a bit. Oh no, now everything's jumped, so I hope I haven't missed anything here. Excited Interia or Chemia? I'm enjoying Interia, but I would definitely like to see what's going on with Chemia. I know Howley said he was struggling a bit with that, so I'm hoping it comes back in a bit and we can catch up on that. Ice Mashai T. You probably figure out who you are from my mangling of names. Winds of Change, I have seen a bit of it. It might be I need to play it more to decide on that. Astro knows which VM was the funniest. So far, I think Socially Awkward. There's a lot of fun stuff in there, and Monchi's definitely been making me laugh on that. Bronze is a furry fandom. How did I basically just associated with people on Discord when I started reading Echo and Project Ago and a few others. Kind of eased into that. So that was basically just getting to know people in there. Ushi Gushi, just into Lana Del Rey. The name is familiar, but I can't say I have. Maybe on the radio station. What do you do for work? Trinity Spark. It's basically mainly office stuff. Voice of Vulgar. It's a bit easy to go kind of like this, so a Voice of Vulgar is a bit more like this, so it is actually quite hard to slide into characters sometimes, apart from Amicus when I'm not voicing them. I think there's taken Chance Fogley, Fabian the World's Fake, not taking the MC, take the reader. I don't quite mean there. Steve is into like Calanogue. Yeah, she's okay. I'm not a big fan, but she's a decent actor. I saw her in Doctor Who and she played Astrid. Bit of a surprise to see her, but she did really well. And of course, I know quite a bit of music. TT, yes, I have more return. Remember the Flowers coming up soon. So that is maybe later this month. Kevin Mendoza, no, I haven't actually dropped ICO. I was talking with the creator of that, and he said he had some more stuff he wanted to put into the last update that went out. So I said I would wait till that happened. So there's quite a bit more reworking going on there. It's a very short update. Thing came out just as a demo. So when everything's okay with that, I will be going back to it, and everyone's okay. Any creators, eaters, if you're watching, let me know sometime. Quick plays. Do you play MMOs like WoW? Yes, I do play WoW. Haven't been in it recently, apart from a bit last night. I don't do any raiding, just go in and enjoy myself. With that, I've been playing quite a bit of Final Fantasy XIV. I need to get back into that sometime. And Star Wars The Old Republic is another one I do play. Captain Nemo, oh, thank you. That's nice to know. Royal Gains the Third, Rise of the Fallen Leaves. That sounds interesting. Feel free to share it any time you have some work going on. You want to come? Mr. Egg, what's your favourite anime? I don't have one. I'm not particularly into anime. I do watch some stuff. Hector Perez Ortega. Well, I got that one's close. Thank you. Burrows VN, Trinity Spark. Keep an eye on the channel for that one. That's all I'm saying right now. Thanks, All Wolf. Nice to know people enjoy somebody's voice. Oh, my chat is jumping around here. Now I've lost track of where I am. Just a moment. Captain Nemo 101. I haven't been approached by anyone for that, though I have auditioned for quite a few things, and I am in a couple of games as well. Dave is some of the best, yes, Riverland. Bronze is a furry. I hope I get that. I'll have a good day. I'll hope to get you a question soon. Okay. Let me drop back to these pretty questions of it. I am trying to get through the ones you're asking in chat as well. Zokas Placer, what keeps you making videos? Basically, the fact that people are watching them and enjoying them. I know a lot of subscribers don't actually watch all my videos because I have way more subs than views, but that's absolutely fine. If you have a few series you like, that's fine, as long as people are watching these. I do collaborative work with someone. Actually, Fallen Wolf and I are planning to do a quick stream on this Saturday, which might be the first of a few. We'll be doing a joint VN reading, and Dirk Fallen and I plan to do that Smoke Room AU Summer Special when that comes out publicly. We have to work on that a bit. Do you feel the recognition or internet fame? No, I don't think anyone really knows who I am. And actually most people who know me in real life don't know much what I'm doing here. Mac Fryling, what are some other activities you like doing? Big hiker or biker? Well, where I live, it's really nice to get out in the boreal forest and walk a lot. I like to take the dogs out for that. I've never done much biking. I'm from the valleys originally. Yeah, it's a lot of steep hills. It's not so easy for biking. But yeah, definitely getting out and taking my dogs out, walking around here, whatever the weather. Unless it's minus 40, in which case you have to be a bit careful with that. Justine Iolani. We tried to cover the other routes in Tennessee. Probably not. I did start off doing 1 or 2 routes in VN, and as I've got more, I've found it's easier to cut down to about 1 route, just to give you a feel for a VN, and that means I can do far more of them. Which does mean, yeah, I don't do some I'd like to do maybe, but I will carry on with the routes that I start, especially with after class, and we do have to do a quick update for Tyson in Password. I still have to get round to doing that sometime. And someone asked about Roswell. I'll get to that later. So it's basically, yeah, probably no more tennis aids, but Dirk the Red Panda is doing all the routes, so I can send you over to his channel. It's worth a look there. Gail Palomino, what's your favourite bands, music genre? Oh, I have quite a few different bands. The Beatles, obviously. I wasn't around at the time, but I really love their music. The Manic Street Preachers, they're a South Wales band. They're another one I like. There's quite a few local artists here in the Yukon where I live who are very good. So I really enjoy those. Favourite genre? I kind of don't have one. I like prog rock, rock and roll, some more modern pop music, bit of classical. A lot of soundtracks are good. There's a lot of stuff I like when it comes to music. Oh boy, this is certainly a name which I'm. If you figure out who you are, I am going to apologise now for mangling your name. Tai Huang, something like that. Yeah, I hate all these getting these names wrong. A few questions. Are you going to read and record Anders' route in after class? Like I said before, I try not to. It's kind of tempting. 'Cause I like Anders, and of course I appear in there, so we'll see how things go with that one. What do you do for a living? Basically, I just have a regular day job. This does not pay the bills. I made a lot of office work. Between Lars and Parker, who do you like best? Follow-up comment there. Yeah, I did start with Parker and then decided to move on to Lars. It's just the way the updates have come out. That's why there's been quite a run of Lars. It's really hard to choose between those two. I really like them both. There's different things I like about them. So it's hard to give an answer on that one. Which was the first VN you read? That was back in the day. That was actually Blackgate, which led me to Project Ego and Echo and led to all this eventually. Yeah, that was back in the days when it wasn't such a issue, shall we say. Do you pick it like in science fiction? Yeah, I do like sci-fi. I watch a lot of that. I've actually read Distant Travels on my own time, and I really do enjoy it. Again, it's a possible one to do if I have the time. That's always the thing with this. Nearest VN, I've actually read some of that early on. I am so far behind with that, so apologies to the creator there. I really need to go into that. I'm hoping things are calming down with work. After they've been insane for a few months, I can actually get back to some of this stuff. Humphrey, 1412. What's your favourite book you've read? Or do you only read VNs? No, I read a lot of books. Ooh. Favourite is a really hard one to do because I have read so many books over the years. I can't pin it down to one. If we go to series, definitely The Discworld to Terry Pratchett. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't read those, I do recommend them. And also Stephen Erickson's Malazan Book of the Fallen. 10-volume series fantasy there. Excellent, both of those. So probably one of those I'd have to say somewhere in there as a favourite book, though it is so hard. Also Good Omens, Terry Pratchett, Neil Gaiman. I have to give that one a special mention as well. Turning the page. Here we go again. Powder Low. What was the reading that surprised you most? That being a book or VN or anything really? VNs definitely would be towards the end of TJ's route in Echo. If you've seen the videos, if you've read it, you know what I'm on about, but I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil anyone for that one. And for a book, again, I can't tell you why, because it's a massive spoiler. But if I just say The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, and you've read the book, you'll know exactly what I mean. If you haven't, it's by Agatha Christie. She wrote it back in 1926. So it's an old one. It is very good. And yeah, that surprised me the most. And if you read it, if you haven't read it, you will understand why I'm surprised by it. Ren Wolf, would I do this full time? Keep it sort of a side thing. The VN readings I do on YouTube here, this would definitely be a side thing because while I am very appreciate all of my patrons, I don't get enough in to pay the bills. So that would be the thing. If I could do voice acting, reading audiobooks full time, I would actually be quite happy to do that. Brendan Fishlever, who are your top 5 favourite characters in Far Beyond the World? Well, Rannoch, obviously. I think we have to say that. I have to be careful because I know some stuff. I've read the non-public updates, so I make sure I'm saying here. Volgor has his moments where I don't like him, but he's a pretty decent character. Definitely Annelle. She is a sweetie, and she very much reminds me of Miss Marple. I might like Christie there. See, Varissa, yep, she has a lot to do, but she's kind and caring. She does a lot of good stuff there. So where are we? That's 4. Who else? I think probably Cora as well. She caused me some problems when she first arrived because I had to do a retake for her first line. Made me laugh a lot, but she's quite understanding. She seems like a very nice wolf. Okay. Let me go back to the questions in chat as well. Let's try and catch up with this. Eclipse, any hobbies? Woodworking, cooking, painting? I assume you mean cooking there. Interesting typo. Yeah, I do cook a lot. I enjoy cooking and baking. I actually have to make some Welsh cakes to take for me out to see friends, and I want to make some Barra Brith this week. But I experimented with making sausage rolls recently. First time, and that worked out really well. I'm quite pleased with that. So yeah, I'm not an artist. I don't paint or anything like that. But yeah, I do enjoy cooking and reading, that kind of thing. Hello, Pip. Aaron Fox. Yeah, that might happen sometime. Oh wow. Well, you're a bit older than I am, Old Wolf. That gives you a clue. And TTS, the answer of that would be no. What did you like to do when you were a kid? Oops. Sorry, this chat is jumping in the scroll here. So, oh, I've lost my place again. Here we go. Well, as a kid, I used to read a lot. Computers were kind of something of a thing, so I got into the early computer games. That was fun. Reading quite a bit there. And used to ride bikes back then, got to Llanelwedd, that kind of thing. Of course, you don't know any of that is. Thoughts on Digimon? I have none, to be honest. Thanks, Old Wolf. Actually, Prometheus Lens, it's not too bad. If I do too much, it will be a problem. But I once narrated an entire episode of Afterclass as Lars, and that was actually fine. Any recent VN you really like? You may have seen I did Polar Night, just one build that so far. I'm really enjoying that one. I've read some of Burrows and I like that one. Neven is another one I found, really good. Fell VN. Fell is a really interesting one. So that. So it's a few out that I'm definitely interested in. And also, I mentioned Distant Travels. I'm playing that one on my own time. Some of these things I won't make videos of because they take so much time. What games are you interested in playing other than VNs? I mentioned some of the MMOs I play. Backbone, I've played on the channel. Inspector Waffles, that's another pixel art game. That's a lot of fun. I just started playing Bear and Breakfast. And I've done about only 3 hours so far. That is a real fun one. I love RPGs as well. I play D&D outside of the channel. What? Do you have a favourite TV show or shows? I'm a very long-time fan of Doctor Who. I've seen all the available, as we now call them, classic episodes, right from Unearthly Child to episode 3 Survival. And apart from some of the more later series with Jodie, I've actually seen all the new versions as well. So that's a long-term one. Also, Blake 7, I've seen every single episode of that. Babylon 5, another one I have everything on DVD as well. I've watched those. I don't watch a lot of recent things, though. I just saw episode 1 of The Sandman on Netflix. I've only seen that so far, but that's looking like a really good one. Of course, Neil Gaiman. And also Good Omens came out a couple of years ago. That was another one. Volgor's Never Called Me a Piglet. Since I voiced him, it's hard for him to do that. Jacob Harrison, Next Far Beyond the World. That will be probably sometime next week or next weekend. It depends exactly when it comes out, as I need a bit of a time to do that one. I think it's going to be a longer one. Naveen, is that your name? Other types of stories. I have done a few things now and again. They're definitely less popular, looking at the views. I would be interested, but it's not something that's definite at the moment. And also, yeah, I have to think about copyright and all the same. But I have no idea. We've been going about 35 minutes already, and there's still quite a bit to do. So definitely well over an hour here. Will you play Minecraft? TTS asks that. Probably not. I haven't actually played it off the channel either, so you never know. Might happen in the future, but I have to play it first. Hello, Grimroth. Which visual novel character your boyfriend most like? That's an interesting question. You can hear all this, by the way. I think it'd be a bit of a comparison, because in the amount of cooking, he's definitely like the MC from Afterclass. And he knows he's not that good at cooking, so he says that. Definitely a hint of Devon from Archers in there as well. Definitely kind of bear-shaped, even though I'm also a bear as well, being a wolf. It's very complicated. But yes, I'd say definitely a combination of characters. Aurelian, quick hello from France. Hello back from Canada. And I hope you enjoyed the replay. Matoma Wolfat. Generally, I do read everything ahead of time so I know what I'm facing. There was an episode of Far Beyond the World where I didn't read the last section because it came out the same day I recorded. And that's why I was laughing at Cora's line. So I generally like to know what's going on there. King of Persia, actually no one has asked me. I'm just not that interested. You don't get much money. It's for my typical views, I'd get maybe a few cents per video. And also then means ads which I have absolutely no control over. I don't like ads, so I decided not to, and I'm quite happy doing that. Techno, the Mechanical Wolf. It was kind of accidental to do this. People suggested, why didn't you do an echo reading? So I thought, okay, might be fun, give it a try. And that's basically what happened. People seemed to enjoy them, and I kept doing them. Background NPC. Favourite Vienna's password good. I'm glad you enjoy it. I try to make them come alive a bit more, and of course we'll be going back to that very soon. Nova Starburn, I'll probably stick to YouTube here. I don't normally stream much. I do have a Twitch account, but I don't actually stream on there. Allwolf, considering voicing a short Vienna just an hour of one. Hey, if you do, let me know when that's going to be. I'd love to watch it. See what you think. Roswell is a little gremlin, yes. Royal Gaines, been to a FurCon. Yes, I went to Vancouver just before everything went crazy with COVID. That was a lot of fun. I met some nice people there. Techno Mechanical Wolf. Oh, Netherlands. Good to know. Thank you, and yeah, welcome from Canada. Riverland, have a good day yourself. Good evening, Ruby Nine-Tailed Wolf. Pip, Nakajishi. I have read all of it, but I'm not entirely sure. I will do that. It's good one, but I have a lot to fit in. Okay, and I'm going to hold things there, go back to my list here. Colin Anderson, what furry visual novel you read on your channel was your favourite and why? Oh, favourite Vienna. Again, that's a very tough one. If we keep it to finished VNs, which there aren't that many of, probably Echo. There's a huge amount going on in there. Enjoy it. Echo's really top. Also, for unfinished VNs, I'm really enjoying Far Beyond the World at the moment. That's a good one. It's really hard for me to choose just one VN as my favourite because there's so many different aspects, different things that, yeah, sometimes I'm more in favour of one than the other, or I just feel like reading one. So that's a hard one. Pony Wisp. Are you so great at voices? It's just a knack. I've never had any formal training in this. Florus Morris, do you make any kind of art? I am a writer, and that's the only art I do. I can't draw. If any of you have seen the backgrounds I did for something I'm working on, you'll know that. Any other games planned on playing in the future, specific genre of games? I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing Inspector Waffles at some point, but a little hard to do with the VNs, I find. So maybe there might be some games. I'm really not sure on that. Thanks for your questions there. Ms. Go Away. Asking about the dogs. Yes, Leo and Nick are my two current dogs. They were both adopted as puppies because they didn't have homes. So I got them both there. I have my cat as well, who also looking for a home. That's how I got him. And earlier on in some of the early videos, you might have heard some noises from Gal and Bowser. They both passed away due to old age over the years I've been doing this. Aurelion. Cat earlier. Where does the name come from? Blythe Clwyd literally means grey wolf in Welsh. It's not very original, but I used the name when I didn't have a channel. I just had a YouTube account, and stuck with it, which is why I have different names on Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. It's just one of those things. How to discover the FENs? I got linked one, said, oh, you might like this, with a picture of Gruff from Blackgate on it. And that's how I got into them. From there, of course, I found Echo, as I mentioned. And everything went from there. I do enjoy storytelling, yes. I've actually done a couple of things live on stage. Took part in a joint poem reading with a good friend of mine on stage and someone else who joined us in. 3 voices in the poem, so we had the 3 voices. I read a couple of my own stories from notes locally, and actually at Vancouver I got up on stage with a variety show and told a story without any notes. It was quite an interesting thing to do. Cannon Fox, thank you. And you're close with that. I'm actually from South Wales originally, in the valleys there. I'm not from North Wales, but yeah, he got the country right, so well done for that. Oh, you ice, Machai tea. How are you? I'm doing well, thanks. I'm on my week off. Winter change, I think we covered that already. Maybe I need to look into that one a bit more. But it's possible. I never say never with a lot of these things. We just see how it goes. Nobody but me. What you started reading the end, I think we've kind of covered that already. The types of contents. I've had a few stories I've read. I have the entirety of A Christmas Carol on the channel, which I read. And that's kind of interesting. What countries have you visited? Not a whole lot. I've been to Ireland. A very, very nice place. I can recommend it if you want to go there. And of course, I've been down the States a couple of times as well. And of course, I'm in Canada, and I've been all around the UK. Apart from Northern Ireland, I've only been to the Republic of Ireland. And that's kind of about it. I've always wanted to visit some more places in Europe, especially Scandinavia, but I haven't got round to it yet. It's one of those things. Any languages you speak apart from those ones? Not really. I know scraps of German, French, which I did in school, and a few words in Slovak, a couple of words in Russian. I just pick things up generally. So I'm not fluent in anything apart from my own languages here. Favorite type of movie genre? It's not really a genre, but I do enjoy silent movies. It's a huge genre in there. Apart from that, science fiction, some fantasy. I'm a big fan of film noir, a lot of detective stuff as well. There's a lot of movies I like. Favorite music artist? Oh, that's kind of a tough one as well, favourites. But so I had to choose one, I'd probably go with the Beatles on that one. I did see Peter Jackson's thing on the Disney Plus last year. That was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed that. Least favourite food? Seafood, basically. I cannot stand fish and seafood. I don't want to be anywhere near it. A favourite series at the moment? You don't say what kind of series. So I just started watching Sandman. That's looking like it's going to be a good one on the TV there. Been watching quite a lot of the Great British Bake Off as well. I'm very getting into that one. As to the end series, I don't really have a favourite. I enjoy them all. Any thoughts on Amicus? He's great. Has there been a VN that generally made you cry or at least tear up? Mainly that would be Ad Astra. If you've watched the videos, you know there's a certain point, which I don't want to spoil for people, where Amicus is extremely upset. And yeah, I'm actually crying when I'm acting him there. That was quite a tough scene to do. If you listen carefully, I'm not quite over it when I'm doing that. Also, which I'm not going into too much detail, there was one line later on in Ad Astra. I had to take a 5-minute break after that one. For reasons I'm not going into. There's a good one. Ryan King. There we go. New page. I hope this is your question because I dropped the sheets. No, that wasn't your question, I think. That was someone else's, maybe. Do you feel like when you want to, I don't actually understand the question there. But Ryan King, if you are watching, if I've messed up the order here, let me know what your question was. Okay, let's go back to chat here. More from Laia. Yes, there will be some more coming up, maybe September. Have you read Wheel of Time? No, I haven't. I've read some dystopian books. 1984, of course. I've read. Some of them are good. Some are, not something, but I've read some of them. If you want to be a voice actor for audiobook readings, ooh. This would be a very, very long process, Wolfie. But if they were looking, I would love to do the Malazan Book of the Fallen. There's so many voices and it's a great story. But that might be quite a bit to do. I've had to work part-time numerous years before I got to this point. I actually work part-time. I work full-time mainly, and I work full-time as I'm doing all this stuff. Yeah. TTS. Oh, jumped again. Sorry about this, people. Face reveal, no. Furry species you find most attractive. Wolves, bears, that kind of thing. Coyotes, pretty good. Cora is such a sweetheart, yeah. Royal Gaines, any thoughts on Pokemon? I have none. I know nothing about it. Ruby Nine-Tailed Wolf with possible continued social awkward. That is up to Monchi. I've gone as far as I can basically with that. He's taken a bit of a break, and I know he's doing some the commission work in the meantime, but just taking some time there. But he will be coming back to Social Awkward at some point. When he does, I will go back to it. But I need him to write stuff for me. Rolgain, Blythe from Elden Ring. I do know him now. Basically, people kept talking about him, confusing me when it came out. I haven't played the game, though. And yes, actually, his voice actor is from Llanelli, which is more from West Wales than where I'm from, but we are from a similar part of the world. Temptations Ballad. I haven't actually played it. I should look into it sometime. I think it's on my computer. Legendary Captain Werewolf guy. Good question. I know it happens as a regular thing for the year, but what happens then? I'm not quite sure on that one. I think spooky happened. Neurotime, not particularly. Oops, jumped a bit again. Sorry. Oh, wolf. Yeah, some people refer to me as a bear. A Sevi, it just happens. Rajay Baker, Raj, I think we've been through pronouncing your name with Dirk before and I've forgotten it. But nice to hear from you. Any of the ends you think are underrated? I think some of the newer ones, they take time to build up and get some more attention. So Polar Night hasn't been that many views, I'm surprised, with my video. So I think that's a bit underrated at the moment. But a lot of newer ones, it's hard to get into the market. So that's one of the things I try to talk about some of these VNs as well. Like Nevin, I've just read a bit of that. I'm enjoying it. Burrows as well. It's Fell, that's another one. There's some good stuff that isn't that well known maybe. And hopefully I can make these videos and get people known about them. You played any fourth wall breaking games? Not particularly. Doki Doki Literature Club I know about. Haven't played it because I really don't like the art style. Doesn't do for me. But I know Howley like that one. That's how I knew about it. Late good night to you, Techno the Mechanical Wolf. Hope you can watch the rest on the recording here. But not knowingly. I don't think I got COVID. Basically, I was off work for about 6 weeks, or just going in for a short time a week just to keep things ticking over. Apart from that, I had been working right through this pandemic. I couldn't travel anywhere, and there was quite a few things going on, but compared to some places, I think we got through fairly lightly. But I was definitely feeling the effects by the end of this year. And thanks to Wolfie, thank you for letting me know that. Whoops. Okay. Bosnia-Herzegovina? I can't remember the pronunciation. Thank you, TTS. I will try and make it sometime. Poland, yes. That's another place I should get on the list. Thank you, Ruby Nine-Tailed Wolf. Hello, Chernobyl. Royal Games third? No, I haven't. I'm very careful. We are jumping again. Sorry about this, and I've lost my place. Mercury Abbey, I haven't played it. I should look into that. Basically, I just liked Canada and needed to change. So, that's good. Shongan, what time is it? It is 2 in the afternoon here. Oh, well, thank you, Ruby Ninetailed Wolf. Dragon Empire, Soul Creek. I think I've seen it mentioned somewhere, but I haven't actually played anything with it yet. Oh yes, it's so confusing. I saw Blythe from Elden Ring there. King Persia. Lord of the Rings I have read. Wheel of Time I haven't, though I know of it. Yeah, Malazan Book of the Fallen I mentioned earlier. Discworld. Tom Holt. He does a lot of funny fantasy stuff. That's very good as well. Game of Thrones, I read about maybe the first quarter of the first book and stopped. Yeah, it's another controversial view. I don't like that series. I was hoping for everyone to be killed off and then we just have something else, but that didn't happen. Okay, thanks, Rajay. And, Guillermo Santos, going well, thanks. All Against 2. Do you have any siblings? Oh, yeah, TTS. Sorry, I've had to miss you the first time. Yeah, that was my dogs were being very, very noisy. I had to call to them to stop, and I forgot to edit it out, so I had to go and do that one. Soul Creek. Thanks, Rajay. I will try and check that out sometime. Okay, let me get back to these. We kind of... there we are, and up to chat. Here we go. Daniel Lopez Lima, Rhino the Red Bull Pilot. I was going to try and fit it in before this Q&A. I haven't seen it yet, though. I have it bookmarked, which is kind of odd since I'm actually one of the backers for that thing on Kickstarter. And just somewhere along the way, I got the link to watch it, and I didn't get round to it, but I have to do that. Thank you for the reminder there. Forgotten about that. Jelly Stains, Q&A would be cool, thanks. Due to personal reasons. Is your name based off Blythed? I don't know who that is, so no. As I said earlier, Blythe is Welsh for wolf, Grey Wolf, that is my name. That's where it comes from. And not many people have asked that one, so... thanks for asking that. Rescued Bison 278, how old are you? What is this thing on about how old I am? Everyone wants to know. 30th Century Homer asking about when is membership. To have YouTube memberships, you have to be monetized, which of course I don't do that. So that's probably not going to happen. I honestly don't know what I would do for YouTube members, anything special. I do have some perks on my Patreon, which actually no one has actually taken up. So if you are a patron, by the way, if you have any ideas of perks you'd like to see, please send me a message on Patreon. I would like to know. B03 Maynard Ballon, will you have a face reveal? We covered that. No. Final States. What's the trend in the VN scene? I'm not sure I've noticed one particularly. There's definitely quite a few wolves around. I think that's another one. I'm not super up in that, so I'm not quite sure. I haven't really noticed still up. There are more people coming in, like Fritz A says, has been started the channel recently. That's very good. Old Wolf is talking about doing it. That will be definitely worth watching. You should check that out. Let me go back to chat a moment. Hello, Furry Slayer. I can't talk anymore. I'm doing well, Alexander Gwyn. What's my favourite animal? Apart from my dogs and my cat, wolves. I'm long-standing interest in wolves. And I am actually a zoologist by training. So my final year project was all about wolves when I was in university. Elk and the Dragon. I have played a bit of Burrows. I haven't got all the way in. But I definitely need to play more. And you might want to keep it on the channel as far as Burrows is concerned. Hey, Catfur, nice to see you. Or Catfur 2, rather, to get that right. I hope Dirk's journey finished well after I left to make dinner last night on the stream. Royal Kings the Third. It is called Llangwyn. And basically, it's about someone from Earth who gets taken to a sanctuary elsewhere, and how he adjusts and meets new people there. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's still in a bit of work. But I have quite a bit of script written in. Kale Pounds, you'd lose your money. Furry comic tips. I haven't really thought about that, Kevin Mendoza. Favorite comics, I don't have a whole lot of stuff like that. Though Circles, I still need to buy the new fourth volume. But if you've noticed Circles, yeah, I recommend Circles. Came out around early 2000s originally. Some more. Yes, that was me, Catfer. I always like to try and catch up with Dirk streams when I can. Furry Slayer, yes, I do have a cat named Marlowe. Captain Nemo, Vienne, yeah, I actually have written some stories. I'm not going to tell you there's a book out which is non-furry, but that's my own name, so I'm not going to mention it. Yeah, Han Gwyn is ongoing on that one, and I do have in progress rewrite going on a furry novella, which I need to finish at some point and maybe put that on Amazon. That what any consoles? I don't know. I'm pretty sure PC gamer. Furry Slayer finished up as a class. I didn't actually do Gil's Roots. That was Dirk, so I'm not sure he's planning on that. We're going to definitely stick with Parker and Lars. Maestro Wolfgang. Yeah. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video, and please feel free to comment on the videos as well. I'll go back to some of the people in a bit. I just want to run back to these lists here. Pip, you asked a question. Yes. If it wasn't obvious from what we talked about earlier. Will there be another episode for the Smoke Room? Obviously, this was before the public update for Nick's Route came out. So there will be one sometime soon. I don't know when I've got to figure out my schedules here. But yeah, we'll go back to Nick's Route and we're going to have to skip a bit of a scene there. I'm going to figure something out with that. Peluche. He's going to shout at me if I got his name wrong. Best American chocolate. I haven't found one yet. Maybe if there's some artisan American chocolates around, might be good. Sebastian Rock. Yes, and your second question, we kind of covered that earlier. Do you enjoy reading VNs? Yes, I do. Main reason I keep doing this is because I enjoy doing it. Were you sad when Adastra ended? In a way, it's same thing when I got to the end of Leo's Route the first time I finished VN Route on the channel especially. It's sad because it's over, but also it's nice that we've seen the entire story, know what it is. And you do miss these characters, definitely. But the story has been done, and if you stretch it out, it won't be good. Same kind of thing when I finally reached the final episode of Babylon 5 after 5 seasons. I just go, wow. Now what do I do? It's kind of, you do miss these things, but the stories were good. Oh, Wolf, have a nice walk. I have to take my dogs out later on. It's going to rain, I think. It was earlier, so we'll get wet. But yeah, hope you catch the video later. I'll get to more of some of these questions. I just caught my eye there. Sorry, Sebastian Rock, you also have a social media account. I am on Twitter at NorthGrizz, for reasons which aren't likely to become apparent in the near future. So you can always follow me on Twitter there. That's it, I'm not anywhere else. Bertiana Puspita. Favourite VN is Socially Awkward. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that's gone a bit of hiatus at the moment. So we will go back to it when we can. Visual novel Fatal Force. I've heard of it, I haven't played it, so I can't say whether I'll do that one or not at the moment. Suksu, which VN most liked. Again, we covered a lot of that. Impact. Again, that one scene in Adastra, which I can't talk about because it's spoilers, but I'm sure you know the one I'm talking about. That had a lot of impact. Again, with Howley's work, Echo, TJ's route towards the end. I was definitely not expecting that. That surprised me a lot. So that's had quite a bit of impact. Socially Awkward, again, it's in a different way. That's always a lot of fun. It's one bit I wasn't expecting on that. It's also, I've seen Jace in his panic attack in the first episode. Whoa, is he okay? I wasn't expecting that. So that had quite a bit of impact on me. And just enjoying VNs mainly. Beansy, what drives you to make these? They're fun. And also, people enjoy what I'm doing, which is why I keep doing all this. If you all gave up, I would stopped doing them. But I do really enjoy them. Voice acting a hobby or something more. It's pretty much a hobby at the moment because I can't make a living out of it. Though, as I've said, done a couple of games and that was fun. I would like to do more voice acting. If I could make a living from it, that would be really fun. What's the process like? Okay, let me just go into basically finding a voice is with a VN, especially looking at the character. Okay, what do they look like? Has the writer given me any clues to describe their voice at all? No. Oh no. Okay. So are they a bigger character, male, female, whatever? It says what kind of voice might they have, and try and go from there. What might they sound like? Would they be very bold and like this, or would they be a much quieter character and don't like to be in the limelight a lot? And hopefully from the clues I get, which is why I read ahead of time as well, I get something that might be accurate for that. Doesn't often happen the other way, but Com was a very definite choice to do the voice like HAL 9000 from 2001. I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave. That kind of thing. That was because it suited the character. Also, Douglas Rain, who was the actor who played Hal in 2001 and 2010, died a few weeks before I made that recording. So it's also a bit of a tribute to him. Obviously not now, I haven't realised it, but yeah, so that's how I came up with his voice. I just tried to think, how might a character sound, and go from that. Cobus Visser. Do you swoon over characters? Well, sometimes. There are some very nice characters. Not only the appearance, but also their character themselves, how they are. So a great example is Devon from Archers. He is great. He cares a lot about Cameron. He's obviously got his own problems, but he's a really sweet guy. Yeah, Amicus as well, to mention him. Rannoch, I like. He has his issues, but that... Tom from Socially Awkward. Jeez, there's so many characters I really like. And also Cobus Visser. You asked about the piano intro, which I play, apart from on this stream or at the start of and end of my videos. That was actually written and played by Siv Valian. Siv composed that specially for me. I commissioned them to do that. So that's why Siv gets a credit on my channel there. So I used to play piano, but I can't do it now. I'm well out of practice, but Siv is responsible for all that. What's your cat doing with biting your nose there? Joe Srigar. Oh yeah, there will be a video up so you can watch the rest of it. Nice to meet you here. Michael Volker. Oh, thank you. I do try to get myself. Dragon Empire, the next video. It's going to be Glory Hounds. I know a few people have done it, but I want to get caught up. So that will be maybe Friday. That one will be coming out. Wolf Dog. Captain Nemo. Yes. Dirk and Ford and I are planning to do the Smoke Room AU Summer Special as a joint effort. So that'll be coming up soon. And Ford and Wolf and I are planning to do a live stream on Saturday. We'll be doing that together. We would like to do a lot more of that, but trying to get all of us together at the same time and a time that works for streaming is really hard. So that's why we don't do as much of that. What explored any abandoned places? I've been to Canyon City, which is an old abandoned gold rush place. That's my local one. I have done a bit of searching around old railway lines in Britain. And I'm familiar with quite a bit of industrial stuff in South Wales, where I'm from, of course. You have to be very careful around the mines because of shafts, but yeah, I have done some of that. It's quite interesting, especially the railway lines. Obviously, you have to be safe and use disused lines and that kind of thing. But yeah, it is an interesting thing to do. Dilly C. Dilly, what game do you recommend for starting for an original your channel? Oh, that's a tough one. I would suggest something that's kind of well known, at least at your first couple, so that might get eyes on the channel. So you might want to check in what are the most popular VNs at the moment. If you go on Itch and see how things are rating, that might help there. And of course, it depends on what you like to do as well. But Socially Awkward, I think, is a very fun one to do. That might be good for you to start off. Anything from Adastra or Interia has been very popular on the channel as well, so that might get some views for you as well. Or you can also think about something a bit new, extracurricular activities. I haven't played it myself, but I know a lot of people like that, so that might be one to do. Tennis Aces, again, certainly very good views for Dirk, so there's a few there you might want to think of, but I would suggest just begin with a few episodes, something popular, get the views there, and then if you want to try something different, go for that. Jay Wolfie, oh dear, Impending Storm, wow. I said this will be on video, so you can catch up with it later. Hi to Cat for his cat. Favourite furry VN of all time. We kind of cover that, it's kind of hard. There, but if we concentrate on the completed VNs, because obviously things can change as they go along, then I'd say Echo. Dante Drury, just dropping before bed. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying them, and sleep well. Kevin Mendoza, the furry YouTubers. I haven't heard of those two you mentioned. I don't watch a huge amount. I've seen some of Fritz A Says. I need to watch more of those. Dirk, obviously my friend Dirk. I watch his stuff. My friend Fallen Wolf. I try to keep up with all hers as well. 4B Studios, I think it was. I have not watched this in a long time, unfortunately. I got busy, but I've watched some of them. It is really hard to catch up with everything I want to read and watch and make my own videos, so it is a little difficult there. Joe Strigar, how did you get into the furry community? I kind of, for me, it fell into it just by joining the Discord for Echo and all that kind of thing, just getting more Discords, more furry VNs, and I made it to a convention, which is a lot of fun. So I think just if there are groups around you, you can do a bit of searching online. You can probably try and do some meetups there. Otherwise, Discord is a good place to chat with people online. And conventions are kind of expensive. If you have one nearby, you might want to maybe get a day pass sometime and just go and have fun with that. If anyone wants to chime in the chat with experience of the furry community, go ahead. We can see what's going on there. I've heard that before, All Games 3. Oh, Wildcats, that's no fun, Catfo. Background NPC, I don't actually compose music. I used to play, when I was a kid, piano bit. I kind of lost it. I got to a certain point where I couldn't get any better, and I wasn't enjoying it, so I kind of dropped it. I do own a guitar, which I'm trying to take back down a bit, but I am so far behind with that now. But it is fun to do when I can. But I haven't really thought of ranking them. I'm always uncomfortable trying to put things in ranks. And also, I've been fortunate enough to talk and chat with a lot of the creators. And I enjoy doing that. And I always, whenever I want to rank things, but I know this person. Publicly, I don't rank them. I give my thoughts. I don't do it for all creators. I don't have the time anymore. I'm playing so many VNs. But I do try to give private feedback to some of the creators I know, so I'm comfortable communicating with. So I won't give you a lot of thoughts about, say, Socially Awkward. Apart from that, I enjoy it. But I'm quite happy to write to Monchi every time I get an update, give him some feedback that way. For After Years, Turving, I'm trying to give him some feedback as well, but that's generally between myself and the creator. Always Far Beyond the World, I am enjoying it. It's kind of interesting. There's some definite world building going on, which I like, and Kale has been very accurate in basically warning us to never ever trust someone called Vortigern, which you should never do. But yeah, I've got an idea for the characters. I have to check out the pronunciations later. They did actually do a YouTube video with everything. This is how you pronounce the names because I don't speak Dutch. Fallout New Vegas. I actually have that somewhere on Steam. I think I haven't played it very much. Hello, the Dragoon 120. Hey, Andrew Tessie. Hey, Kale Pounds. I not really a near-death experience. I have been in a potentially serious car crash quite a few years ago. Fortunately, I got away with a few cuts, but that was quite scary. Basically, the car aquaplaned on a very wet road, spun round, and I was just waiting for it to hit something because I had no control. That was kind of nasty. Lagoon Lounge VN. Furry Slayer. I may have looked into that one briefly. I can't remember. There was one which has a bit of reputation anyway. Okay, yeah, this is not good. Elk and the Dragon. I suppose we could say that one, which I can't remember the name of. Prior to all the ones I played, basically I've extracurricular activities. I finished one route and I'm kind of done now. I don't need to see any more. I can see what people like it and some good stuff, but not really my thing. Hello, Rita Reyes. Pip, that one kind of came up a bit. I am working on a VN at the moment. That will be happening hopefully in the next few months. Someone asked me about that, so I'll get back to that in a bit. Okay. Well, there, go back to... Here we go. Green Flame 300. I had to write some of these down, so I can't quite read the names properly. Did this in a hurry. Twitter, I mentioned I'm there at North Grizz. So you can always follow me there. Instagram, I don't have an Instagram channel. You won't see me there. Twitch, I do have an account there because I watch people, but I don't actually stream anything there. But Dirk the Red Panda does, Fallen Wolf does, so I can recommend both of those. Will I be staying on YouTube? Yes, I don't really have plans to go anywhere at all. And then Fallen Wolf sent me some questions yesterday. I know you love wolves. Spirit level, what species would you want to date? Ooh, there's quite a few there, so what am I going? Some bears. I've seen some nice coyotes. Yeah, Cameron for one. So that would be good. Obviously, other wolves. Yeah, it's more of those kind of slightly larger mammals. Possibly striped hyenas as well. Dave is a really nice guy, and what we see of David, I think he was good as well. Also huskies. I have to mention the huskies there. Oh, there's sliding tigers as well. Reaction when I passed 10,000 subs on YouTube. What is going on here, basically? I did not expect... Anyway, I did a Q&A as a special. We had 500 subs. I thought that would be it. We won't get anyone more special. Yes. So, I still don't know why everyone's subbing to the channel, basically. It's nice, but I don't know why I have this many. Anything besides the furry visual novels? They kind of get the views. So, maybe I might do something else. I've done some short readings as well. I did some ghost stories. I've also done A Christmas Carol. I read some Dylan Thomas. And of course we played Backbone as well. So maybe I'll have to see about that. I have a lot of VNs to do though. Maximilius asked, are you single? No. Roger Baker, here we go. Here's your questions. My furry casual enjoyer, definitely a furry. Have I made some? Yes, I have made quite a few friends from the fandom. I mentioned Dirk and Fallen, my particular friends before. Even though we haven't met quite a few of them, a few VN creators I would count as friends by this point. I like talking to these guys online, so that's a lot of fun. I met quite a few people at the convention, haven't seen since, for obviously reasons with COVID and all that. But yeah, and a couple of people as well who have worked on Backbone. I got to meet them there, and nice to see them. So I've actually made quite a few friends through doing all this. Oh, the best boys and girls, the VNs. Mentioning your list of Amicus, Devon, Rannoch, Parker, Lars. There's quite a few of them I really like. And Best Girls, yes. I have time for some of these characters, but I don't feel about them in the same way. Basically, I've covered work jobs already. I can't quite read. I scribbled some of these down in a hurry. I can't quite read some of these. Tweet dog pics. I'll definitely get some of that done as well. Okay, let me scroll back up again. I can move another sheet of paper out the way. Can I? Yes, that was that one. You can tell this is live. I'm doing this. Any VNs outside the channel. Yes, I've played Distant Travels by myself. I played Nekojishi. As Nearest I played a bit of. I need to do that. Let me just pull up my list here so I can go through and beyond them. So let's see. I used to play a bit of Blackgate, obviously not much these days because it's 922. I need to get back into. I played some of that. Burrow of the Fallen Bear. I have yet to play that. I have it down. I should get to that. Chord Progressions, the new demo came out. That's one I have to go through as well. Ah, here we go. I do have Fatal Force, The Tragedy of the Lone Wolf on my computer. I just haven't played it yet. Fell, I played on my own time. Psychic Connections, that might be a potential one coming from the channel, but I played that one on my own time as well. Let's see, there's a few on here that I haven't actually done on the channel. And there's a few things I have yet to try out. Silio Tales of a New Dawn, I played through one route of that. I enjoyed that a lot. And there are a few other things here which, I have not really done. But there are a lot of VNs I play at my own time. Oh, thank you, Andrew. There. Hello, BTF Octolink. Oh, thank you, Dilly C. Dilly. It's works for him. I can't say too much about that Furry Slayer. Channel Drakewing Game. Sounds vaguely familiar. May have been recommended at some point. I just haven't had time to check it out. Hey, Cobras Visser. Cat Food 2. Actually, I wear contact lenses. I am short-sighted. It will take you a while to get used to glasses, but it'll be fine after a while. Don't worry about that. Rito, thanks. Kevin Mendoza, I kind of ended up doing that without reading your comment there. That's most of them anyway. Okay, sorry, it's probably too late for the live, but Ruby Nine-Tailed Wolf, good night. Hope you sleep well. And I am recording, hopefully. Should all be going on my computer, so I'll do an upload later. Shuichi, yes, he's another one there. Can I get your voice on my GPS, Dilly C. Dilly? Let's see what we can do with that. Wolf Arith, sorry, just jumped on me again. All the ends, who do you relate to? Again, I keep bringing up Amicus because, he is definitely one with that. Parker, definitely with that. I've been a substitute teacher in my past, so I know what it's like teaching people and hoping you're not boring them too much to taking stuff in. He's a really nice fellow there. Devon, I can relate to him quite a bit as well. Not so much the main Echo cast. I'm slightly more well balanced, I hope, than they are. And yes, there are a few characters like that. I can see these. Shuichi is another one there. Captain Nemo, okay, well, sleep well. Yeah, feel free to drop into the video when it's all done here. Kale Pounds, I actually have a Tacoma, no, a Toyota truck. That's where I drive around. Rito Senio New Dawn, I'm not sure. I have read in my own time. I've read Diego's route, so it might be at some point in the future. I have so many things. I just read Cat for 2's comment there, so that's why I'm laughing. So it's possible. I've certainly enjoyed Diego's route. You should see my desk last week, Cat for 2. It was just crazy because I was not in the office most of the time. I was doing other work. Okay, thanks for that, Rajay. Fatal Force. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're writing Cobras Fist, so that's always nice to hear. Oh, well. Hope you're doing well in Switzerland there, BTF Octolink. Yeah, and Of course, apart from this, because it's a weird thing and I can't subtitle myself as I'm talking here, at least you have the words up on the screen when I'm doing the VN, so I hope that helps for you. Andrew, the cancel the VN to do voices will get put in the VN themselves. I don't know, that's entirely up to their creators there. Of course, you see me in Afterclass on OneRoot. I'd be open to discussing that with the narrators. Of course, you do, the narrators, the creators, sorry. Of course, you do have the automatic voice, which is not good. I've checked it out in the past. And I'll be honest, I would actually have to ask them for some money for that amount of work, because I do this stuff for free. But if you want me to do a professional job, I would need to do a lot more time. It's going to be hours of work there. Background NPC. Okay, well, have a good day, Background NPC. And I'll be Glory Hounds coming up next. That's what kind of PC you have? Captain N asks. It was built for me. I know someone who loves building PCs and knows a lot of the technical stuff. I'm not. So we just talked a bit and I bought the parts he recommended. He literally put it together for me. And it runs all my games really well. Okay. What's your favourite non-furry content? Kevin Mendoza asks. So are we talking games? Probably the older WoW, because I started playing it way back when Burning Crusade was new. But I'm enjoying Final Fantasy XIV, definitely. Of course, I'm a Hrothgar in that. And some Star Wars games are quite a bit of fun as well. Rito. Yes, I do plan to do the last two routes for Flynn and Jenna. I've forgot her name for a moment. That will be in a bit. I'm going to take my time with those. It's going to be the only non-single route VN I'm going to do that for, because it is a huge amount of work. And it's just something I decided to do. Okay, it is a nice truck. I've had it years and it's been really good. Dilly see dilly. Okay, look at your horses there. Have a good day. And we'll see how we do. Oh, yes, I saw your comments about your bed and things going missing there, Catford, too. Okay, Astral, I'll get back to you in a bit. I want to go back to my other list here, because we are still going here, and this is way longer than I expected it to be. With a MiG Pro. What happened to Roswell's route? Basically, I was repeating a lot of stuff because it's just the structure password. And I decided I wanted to cut down on that. And after all, I noticed no one was asking about it. So I thought I'll wait till someone asks and you can find out. What I'm thinking with Roswell is later in the series, because we are getting towards the end. What I'm going to do is similar to what I have to do with Tyson soon. Is just do their own scenes and do a quick narration to cover in the other bits, which we've seen on Dean's Route already. And then we will see more of what's going on with Roswell. So obviously it's getting quite interesting with what we've learned about him, which I'm not going to say if I don't want to do spoilers here. But that is my plan, to actually skim through some of the stuff, but we will see the Roswell scenes. So definitely go back to that. Visual novels, Lost Memories, Heat Source, The Human Heart. I've heard them mentioned. I haven't actually played them yet. So I can't say whether I'll play them in the future. I need to check them out first and then see how things are going. I have a lot of VNs. How's life going for you? Actually, it's going better now. So I'm on holiday this week, just due to COVID and short staffing. I think is everywhere. Has hit my workplace pretty hard recently. So we've been struggling a lot with that and getting over the whole pandemic thing. So things are getting better now, fortunately, and I can start to relax a bit. Ali E. Yes, to your first question. We talked about that before. Which visual novel story you've read connect you the most romantically? That's kind of an interesting bit there. Oh, Catford, Doug. So if you want to catch me on the video here, Dirk the Red Panda is streaming, I guess, over on Twitch right now. Let me just pull this up because I've got a notification on Discord. Yes, Dirk the Red Panda is now on his Twitch channel doing more city skylines there. If you want to go and check him out and catch the rest of this on video, go ahead and tell him I sent you. And if you want to stay, as soon as we're done, you should go and watch him. Catford too, if you want to go and check out Dirk, that's fine. Okay, anyway, back to the question he asked. You can tell this is live. I'm getting very distracted here. In some ways, Echo, because of Leo's background, that says there's some connection there. Though not all the way with Leo, there's some definite things there. Kind of a bit with Ad Astra as well. I can see some things there with one character living in a different place from where they're from. And that's probably those main two at the moment. Of course, things are going slow, and I'm enjoying After Years as well. I can see some things there. Okay, Cat, enjoy the stream. Chewy Wolf asking, yes, I am working on the VN. I would like to give you some sneak peeks, but without going into too much detail, I've lost contact with the artist I originally had working on some sprites. With that, I don't share because they haven't said too much. You may not know who they are, so I am actually worried about them for health reasons. So yeah, that is a bit of a awkward thing. But I have actually approached another artist, and they are very enthusiastic, and they're already starting some sections, some sprites there. So I can't show you anything from Penguin, but I did talk about it earlier. It's going to be someone being taken to a different place, and how they're out, there will be some romance roots and some other stuff there as well. So I will, at some point when I've got things a bit more prepared, I'll probably do a short video just talking about it. When I'll be finished, I have no idea. I'm hoping to get a build out way later than I originally planned this. I was hoping for like a year or so ago it must have happened. But yeah, before the end of this year, depends how quickly the sprite work goes. I have some backgrounds I need to do some more work, and the script is pretty much written, so I can get something of that out, hopefully before the end of the year. I will let you all know when that happens. TTS, the top 5 visual novels. I'm going to skip that because people ask me the top 10. So we got to cover that. Characters. I'm going to do some top 10s later. I'm sorry I'm not doing the top 5 for you there, TTS, but difficult. Are you going to start streaming? Yeah, well, I'm doing this moment. This is really a one-off. Fawn and I will be streaming. I'm not going to make a habit of streaming because I find it much easier to record and just do that. B&L Garage. Good to know. Moto Coco, if you weren't doing visual novels, what would you be doing? Probably not much on YouTube. That's what really took the channel off. I enjoy doing them. So I probably wouldn't do much in the way of gaming. I do with my people who do the Let's Plays, the Robot Co-op. I've been watching them since I started, and I could never compete with that, their level, so I probably wouldn't be doing anything. Bertie Anna Puspita, Social Awkward is your favourite VN, good to hear that. Yeah, I mentioned it's on hiatus. It's gone very well, Dirk. Have a great stream. I've been trying to direct people over to you there, so hopefully they will be moving over as soon as we're wrapped up here as well. I might catch you later if the dogs let me. Where was I? Fatal Voice, that got mentioned as well earlier, so we've done that one. Cavone Love, do you intend to keep doing visual novel? Oh, content. I think that was the thing. Yes, I certainly plan to keep doing that. Blackluster Soldier right at the beginning. Thanks for the comment there. Luca Fluke, yes, I am a rail fan. I have Jago listed there, and of course Rediscovering Lost Railways, recommended channels. Yeah, I love travelling on trains, and actually I mentioned exploring old stations before. Yeah, I used to have a model railway, which I don't have at the moment. I should take that up. Travel on a lot of steam rail, preserved railways, travelled around the country doing that. Trains are basically the best way to travel. And from the old Great Western Railway area, obviously the best ever railway company. And if you come from my area, you would say that as well. And also, I love the London Underground. I was used to say when I was in London at university, I'm probably one of the few people regularly travelling on the system who actually appreciates how amazing it is. I mean, the first line was built in 1863. Amazing work. First ever underground public railway there. Michael Wolfgon, I might have done. Let me look through my list here. Let's see here. I still have a lot of questions to get through. You can probably hear the rattling pages here. This is way bigger than I expected things to be, by the way. I may have asked them, if you put them in the chat earlier, Maestro, I think I may have answered them already. It's hard to keep track here. Let's see here. So that was that one. Nike Leader. Nekojishi. I have played it myself. I'm not sure they're on the channel. I'm in Canada. I'm glad you enjoy them. Maybe Sketchy. What's your favourite visual novel? We kind of covered that. Human Exists. We've kind of talked about Llangwyn already. Ida Corval. Favourite comfort food? That'll probably be a really nice tender beef stew with thick gravy. It's really nice in the winter there. Matoma Wolfbats. Think out to the Viennes you'd like to meet or date. Amicus, Rannoch, Parker, Lars, Devon, Cameron, Jace, Tom, Macon. Let's see, Angus, Welkin. Everyone from After Years, basically. Dave, David, Dean, Roswell, Hoss. A lot of these characters. It'd be really hard to go through the whole list there, but quite a few of them. Pious Wolf, face reveal, no, we kind of covered that. I'm not comfortable doing all that kind of acting on camera for that. Progressing voice acting further, the media. I've been in a couple of games. I've played CEO Wanders in Dreams for Wittenlaw. I'm actually in the game Ishade as a couple of characters. And that would be a lot of fun. I had great fun doing that. I'd like to do more. I need to look into that a bit more, actually. Audible, yeah. I would be quite happy to do some audiobook things. Game of Santos, yes, should be okay to watch, but I am going to upload the recording I'm making when this is done to make sure everything is okay there. I Have Dreams. What's the best soundtrack for Vienne? Ooh, that's a tough one. There's some great music. So, there's some good stuff in Far Beyond the World at the moment. Also, Arches has some great music. A lot of stuff by Anthemics. I am really enjoying that stuff. And there's some good stuff in Password as well. Federico Gusti. I do play video games. We kind of covered that a bit. Some of the ones I played. Kingdom Hearts. I've heard of it. I've never played it. I know nothing about it. PSP DSi 22 or PSI. I don't know. I don't really have much more artwork of my wolf to share. I should really get some more work done at some point. Elkin the Dragon, yeah, we kind of covered that so far. I mean, probably extra activities. Blackgate started out well, but yeah, it's definitely having some issues now, so that's fallen down the rankings quite a bit. Nico Safer 1, do you watch anime? Nope. Read any European comics like Asterisk? Okay, have a good day in work, Hale Pounds. Asterix the Goal, I remember reading those as a kid. It's been a long time, but I did read some of those. Favourite video game? Probably, I think we could have kind of WoW is probably one of them. I have some Knights of the Old Republic 2 and 1 are pretty good ones as well. I enjoy those. I don't have a console, so I have no favourite console. I haven't watched, I guess it's a video you asked about. I haven't seen that whatsoever. Thanks for your comment, Vertigun Zaya. Morgan Rag. It was the Viennes that introduced me to the fandom. Okay. Sorry, I just noticed Joe Srigar's comment there. So yeah, it was the Viennes I started reading first. I got into the fandom from that way. Oh, Maestro Wolfcon. Here we go. I just found the comment. It's right down the end of this. I'm sorry I missed earlier. I was looking for it. Most hilarious joke in the Viennes. Ooh. I think would probably be quite a few of the lines in Socially Awkward. Monchi has written some great lines there, and one of the reasons why I like to read these things ahead of time is because I react to some of these lines, and I don't want to be laughing all the time when I read stuff like that. So, yeah, Monchi has definitely done some good lines there. Okay, we're on the last sheet here. That is, thank you for saying that. Okay. Visual novel themes that hit close to home. Okay, Astro, I think I didn't get you there. Again, there's some bits in Ad Astra. I can, especially towards the end, I know it's like having a long distance relationship going on. So there's a few there, and a few things like that. Yeah, definitely I can see there. Favorite scene from NEVN. Let's see. Again, the one I keep talking about from Ad Astra, because that was difficult but good to act. It's actually on my demo reel. Had so much fun with that. I can't really think of one offhand apart from that. John and Rask, I might do them sometime, especially with it being on hiatus, but I'm not sure I'll be able to complete them now. We'll see where things are going with that. Ever play Earthbound games? No, I haven't done that. Oops, jumping up around here. Blueberry Tiger Fox. Definitely the 060 pannier tanks. They're an interesting shape. They're quite different there, and of course very common on the Great Western. And they're just such fun little engines to see running around. Of course, tanks, forwards, backwards, they can do pretty much anything. Shunting, goods, light passenger work on the branch lines. Yeah, definitely that would be my favourite class of engine. My favourite video game? Yeah, kind of pretty much probably WoW is the top one. Also, the Star Wars ones I enjoy as well. Again, did that one. Okay. Hero, I haven't. Maybe I haven't even seen that yet. Sorry, I see some of you responding saying thank you, and I haven't seen you respond. Did Alexios do anything wrong? Yes, he did. Riots on Ad Astra, basically being a sneaky cat and a spy. Yes, he did things wrong there. Powell, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right there. Nice of you to be here. Alexander, I kind of mentioned that earlier. I would like to visit Iceland sometime, definitely Scandinavia. And there's quite a few places in Europe I would definitely like to get to, because I didn't make it when I was even living closer there. So that would be it. How do you find the world of VNs? Again, someone actually just linked me Blackgate, having seen some pictures of Gruff and played a bit. Oh, you might like this. So I tried that, I enjoyed it, and they have a Patreon of this. Other VNs, so I checked them out. And yeah, it was pretty much Echo was the one who really got me into all this. Roger, spiciest voice I can do. I honestly don't know, and I'd have to get into character for that kind of thing, so I'd have to think about it. Maestro will call, no, you won't push in. I'm just trying to keep track and read the chat and do my sheets here, and yeah, if I have missed anyone, do just tag me in the chat and put your question again. I really don't mind, because it's quite a lot to multitask here, so don't worry about that. Melee Lion, I have been to Vancouver. I hope to go next year as well. That was a lot of fun. Hey, Fallen, good to have you here. Nice to see you. Everyone say hello to Fallen Wolf. Wilbert, I am not sharing that information. Raja, yes, I have played through the latest Far Beyond the Worlds update myself. I haven't, not on the channel yet, but I'll be getting there. Okay, thanks for being here, Maestro. Yeah, that'll be in a couple of days for Glory Hounds. Wolfie Wolfie, I'll do your question and then I'll come back to the rest. You'll have to do some more and think here because this segues nicely. Which we encourage you to voice acting for the most? Definitely Amicus. I love doing Amicus. Rannoch as well for Far Beyond the World. Probably Lars for After Years. After Class, sorry, I keep mixing this up. For After Years, I would like to do Angus. There's a few there I would definitely enjoy doing if they did it. Of course, my accent is totally wrong for Amicus and most characters, but they are some fun characters to voice there. Okay, and Wolfie asked some questions here. Which mean the favourite? Well, we kind of covered that already with all the various questions and about. Most looking forward to in the future. I definitely want to see where Polar Night goes. We've done the full one there, so that will be something I'm really looking forward to doing. Burrows looks very interesting, and we're going to be doing that at some point. And Glory Hounds looks like to be quite a bit of fun. Also Supernova. There's a bit more fun ones, which I kind of contrast with some of the more horror themes, which I'm also doing. I try to get a bit of a mix on the channel. Prometheus Lens, I felt inspired to continue voicing the VNs and have worked Ignited the Passion. A couple of times I have had to take a break just because I'm doing a lot of other things as well, and I just need that break. All I basically need, if I don't feel like doing the VNs, is to just take a break, a few days, a week, whatever, and then come back to it. You may remember I took a break back at the start of July, just took a week off from it. It was good. I enjoyed that. So that's really all I need, because I don't enjoy doing this stuff if I'm really not feeling it. I don't feel I give a good performance. No one's ever said anything, but I think, no, I didn't do well on that. I don't want to be doing that. So, yeah, just some time. Nasaya Parker, who's your favourite character out of each of your visual novels? I think we covered quite a bit of that as well. Shuichi is definitely my favourite from Tennis Ace, which we haven't really talked about. Tom, Macon, Jace, it's really hard to choose for Socially Awkward. And some of the newer VNs, I haven't played much of. It's a little hard to say because I don't know the characters all that well. What else can I think of here? Remember the Flowers? I haven't seen too much of Axel yet, but I think he might be in the running for that. Elliot from Psychic Connections, I do enjoy. Lyle from Project Lyre, of course, is also a very nice character. From Echo, I do like Leo. I know he has his problems, and I'm the last one to say he doesn't, but yeah, I like Leo. And definitely Devon and Cameron, they're both great from Archers there. And Bjorn from Dawn Chorus, another good one there. Okay, Wolf, of course, we talked earlier. Starts to be ends. Basically, I did cover that earlier, but for any of you who missed it, yes, I did do an audio recording of a piece of fanfic I wrote for a potential Blackgate anthology that got cancelled. And okay, I just shared it on the Echo Chord once, and people said, "Oh, you should do more." Okay, so I did a test run, shared it with a few people there. They liked it, so I thought we'll give it a try. Let's do Echo. I mean, what's going to happen? I'll maybe get 10 views. If there become more, if people like it, then they'll stop. I'll do 3 videos, whatever. It'll be done. We'll forget all about it. Didn't really go as planned, but that's literally how it happened. I never planned to do all these VNs, anything like this channel. It just happened. Hashtag Kodash. I'm sorry I'm mangling your name here. If you could live the story of one of the visual novels you read, which one would it be? Ooh. Definitely not Echo, because let's face it, Echo is not a good place to live. I probably wouldn't say Tennis Ace, so we can scratch Arches as well. I mean, hanging out with Devon and Cameron away from Echo would probably be a fun thing. It's quite an interesting one to say with that. Potentially, Ad Astra after all the stuff has happened and Amicus is fully... Hey, Nikolai. Another dog just turned up. Fully Emperor. It seems like a better place to live after that. Maybe After Years. That's also... They're on holiday, but it seems they have some nice places then. Some nice guys to hang out with that. Definitely side carriages off on my own thing there. Background NPC. Love the after class videos. Thank you. How do you get into voice acting reading? Basically voice acting. Some people said when I told them that Witten Law was getting voice acting, they're looking for people. You should audition. Okay. Didn't think I'd get anywhere. I just applied and they gave me a sheet of audition stuff, basically different tones, different lines. I did it all in one go, sent it off and got the job. I did it for nothing because I wanted to help them out, but that's how it happened. And yeah, just things went from they had a decent mic for that, so I started doing some more readings of short stories and so on. I still somewhere have the SoundCloud stuff I recorded, which I haven't used in a long time. So that's how I did that. I'm originally from South Wales, as I mentioned. I'm in Canada these days. Hobbies, we kind of covered that. Dogs have seen something. I hear him barking. Bexukita, I think I pronounced that. Creating publishing VNs. Yes, I've talked about that before, so that is going on. I'm glad you enjoyed 1912. That was a fun one to write. Guillermo Santos, I've seen you here as well. I am doing well. Pretty much the Furry Awakening, that was the VNs. I mean, I'd seen some stuff before, but actually getting into the community made me more of a furry. There are other people like this. This isn't just me thinking that. I also like sharing the same name as the Elden Ring Blythe. Strange to begin with. But I've kind of got used to it now, but I don't really know too much about it. Laura Naughtiness. Have I thought about doing an ASMR video? Not really. Mainly because I don't know why people like them. It doesn't do anything for me anyway, so I wouldn't really know what to do with that. So I am going to probably not do anything with that. Okay, let's go back. I've got one more page to do. Let's scroll back into the chat here. Nice place visiting Wales, vacation. Cardiff, the city, capital city, is really worth going to, and you can make it a base to go around. I do recommend visiting like Big Pit in Blenavon, the Roman ruins at Caerleon, and if you can get to Treafod, then the Rhondda Heritage Park. It's a lot of industrial stuff there, apart from the Roman ruins, of course, but it's an industrial place. It was coal mining for a long time. The railways were there, so I suggest going to Cardiff and working your way around the valleys. Big Pit. It's well worth the visit in Blenavon there. Out in West Wales, Pembrokeshire, very, very nice out there. I suggest going around the coast there. If you like beaches, there's my Pendine Sands is amazing and has some history in motor racing and speed records, that kind of thing. But also you can get up to North Wales, the Llŷn Peninsula. Portmeirion is very, very well worth visiting, especially if you're a fan of The Prisoner. And if you are, trust me, you will feel very, very weird walking around the place. I visited it once years ago. I said, this is just so strange. I'm surprised I actually got out of there. I was honestly expecting Rover to come after me. But up around there, Pwllheli, a nice little town visit. Porthmadog, Blaenau Ffestiniog for the slate mines is well worth a visit as well. And if you're interested in railways at all, Talyllyn Railway, the Ffestiniog Railway, Welsh Highland Railway, lots of little narrow gauge railways to visit there. Vale of Rheidol as well. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Rito. It's interesting to do. Scariest thing in a video game. It's more of a VN, but definitely that one scene at the end of TJ's Route. I was not expecting that. I have read the next chapter, Far Beyond the World. Eurofurence? I can't say it. That's quite far away from me, so I don't know. It may happen at one point in the future. I know Foreign, it's very strange for me to be doing live. Oh, that's fine, Joe 3Car. Typos happen. Far Beyond the World, depends when Kale brings it out. I'm thinking maybe next weekend. I'm not quite sure yet. Shelter, maybe. Lightning Shadow. I have read some of it. I'm way behind on it at the moment, so I have to think about that and play a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Cobus Visser. Yes, they're interesting to do, definitely. They're very different from how I normally do them. Eclipse him. Basically, I'm not judging someone for that. If everyone in that relationship is okay with that, I'm perfectly okay. No judgment from me. It is never something I would do. It's playing a main character like that, I wouldn't be too comfortable personally, but that's just my thing. Obviously, if that character is fine with it, that's perfectly okay. We have a no judgment thing on this channel, and I say as long as everyone in the relationship that is fine with it, go for it. Whatever makes you happy. I'm really happy for you to do that. Meili Lion, I've kind of covered Llangwyn a bit. Say it's Llangwyn itself is a sanctuary for people, refugees, for people mistreated where they are. I can't tell you why our main character ends up there exactly. You get a hint right at the start of the VN. But that's where it's set, and it's going to be a lot of him getting used to this new place, meeting new people. There will be relationships developing there. We'll begin some stories going on. We'll see a bit about some of the characters in that place do. Glimpses of one or two other worlds. There's quite a few things I have planned for that. Seagale, thank you. Was Vista, yeah, I was there first when it comes to Blythe. It was really confusing when I saw that. What NG? I haven't actually, no. I should maybe look into some of those. I'm not sure whether your name is... I was going to say it or not. Rodren or Rodren. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's one of those Welsh moments there. Pet peeves with the VNs. Basically, it doesn't often happen if the writers are really good. But if we're going to get into more not safe for work scenes, sometimes they happen way too fast. I like to see characters getting to know each other, relationships developing before we go anywhere with that kind of thing. I can make an exception for Blackgate with Aylin's roots, because that's kind of early on, but it matches his character, gives us some information about him. So yeah, if you are going to have a relationship developing characters, if they already know each other, like Devon and Cameron, Archie, yeah, they're boyfriends, we know that. Whatever happens with them, I don't mind, but yeah, I like things take a bit more time and get some build-up. I was actually talking with someone the other day, and as a writer, they're saying they worry, too much build-up, we need to get the action. I say I know how that feels, but as a reader, we need the build-up. We need to get to know people and how things are going on. So sometimes things can go a bit fast that way, which kind of annoys me. Iteyu Nakua. Live trying to figure out names here. Sorry if I get any of these wrong. How many voices? Oof, honestly, I have never counted. Few kind of overlap. So some characters do sound the same, but hopefully not in the same VN. But there are a lot of voices there. And Cobus, I'll start with your question when I do the rest of these printed ones here, and we can hopefully get close to wrapping up soon. And hello, Revant. Nice to meet you here. Matoma Wolfbat, who's my favourite character. I love doing the voice the most, and why. Amicus is definitely one. I love doing him. Parker, Rannoch. Basically, anyone, the lower I can go, the better. It is way easier for me and a lot of fun to do. The most challenging is pretty much any of the female characters, because they are just so out of my range. Aiden, yes, this is a Q&A stream. I'm going to post it later when everything's finished. We're probably getting close to the end, but if you have any questions, you can pop them in the chat. I'll try to get to them. one of the two worst things I've had with voices, the most difficult ones, was I just read a comment as Night in the Woods, where I have May and her mother talking. I'm trying to distinguish these two very similar voices, and it's quite hard to do. And also, there was a scene, I think it's in TJ's route in Echo, maybe around the Monday, Tuesday. It's basically mostly TJ, Janice, and Jenna talking in the diner with occasional comments from Chase. And I could feel my throat tightening up after that because everyone was so high compared to my normal voice. And that was really difficult to do. So yeah, any female voice is definitely the most difficult. Astro Astral. What pushed you to create YouTube videos? Just people enjoying them, really, and I enjoy doing it. So there was no other real reason than that. Any other YouTube channels inspired you to make your own? Not really. I know people have done them since. I enjoy watching people who do this kind of thing, but I didn't see a whole lot before that I watched. The pets, yeah. You do hear sometimes Marlo, who's my cat, who's currently looking out the window. And then my dogs are Nikolai and Leo. So you do hear them sometimes. Yeah. Davidson. Favourite genre for any story medium? Ghost stories is a subgenre of horror I really enjoy. M.R. James was a great writer, and lots of good ghost stories around. Mysteries, I love what they call the golden age of detective fiction, like the 20s, 30s and so on. Agatha Christie, Rex Stout, John Dixon Carr, and of Earl Stanley Gardner, his Perry Mason novels. Miles Burton, I've only read a couple of, but I enjoy those. And just the whole of Freeman Wells Crofts, Inspector French, great stories. The whole of that older stuff. I don't read many more modern detective stories. They don't really do it for me. Coconut 890X. What's the visual for most entertaining, unique, and not relying entirely on not safe for work stuff so far? That would be Echo again. There's not that much not safe for work stuff in there. There's some, obviously, but it doesn't really read like a not safe for work one. So that probably be that one because it's also finished. Again, Far Beyond the World. I'm really enjoying the world building in that as well. And After Years, I don't know if you're watching Turvin, but if you are, hey, how you doing? That's also nice. It's just the relationships between the characters and these friends meeting up. That's a nice one. It's kind of fun to read there. Top 10 personal favourite characters from Decent Kit. Okay, I was thinking about this because I read these before. So this isn't an exact list. It's really hard to do. So basically, Amicus. Obviously, we know who Amicus is. Marcus from Ocean Avenue. If you're watching this, Dirk, yeah, it's definitely Marcus. Rannoch, Tom from Socially Awkward. Devon, Parker, Lars. I have to do two from After Class. Dean, I love Dean from Password. Angus from After Years. And Shuichi, definitely the best boy in Tennis Ace there. Okay, Mashu, how do you make your videos? I do this so basic. I just use OBS to record, and I do everything in one go. So we start off the intros for the VNs, go through. I do edit out any major mistakes. Apart from that, small ones I will sometimes leave in, or sometimes if I've got the wrong voice, we'll go back and redo that. I do everything in one go pretty much. And then once it's all processed, we're done. Then it goes into my Shotcut editing program. Then I add the opening, which is all my patrons, the pre-recorded intro. And then I just stitch all together what I just recorded, pop my credits on the end, and we're done. It's a very simple process. I probably could do a lot more. If you want to see great editing, then go and check out Fallen Wolf's channel. She does so much work with the editing that I never do. So yeah, I keep it very simple that way. It works for this. And if something's very long, it's like some of the longer Far Beyond the World videos, I do take a quick break, have a glass of water, and go back to it. But most times I will just do everything in one go. Episode 2 of Echo, way back when, that I actually tell you at the end, that was one entire recording. No breaks, no edits, nothing. that was interesting. But mostly there are cuts because I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, or the dogs get noisy, Leo, and I have to go back and re-record bits and cut them out. But yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. And I generally read beforehand, though we have something coming up which I won't have read much of. Consider with the kinds of content, not much. As I say, ask about all the Final Fantasy games. I'm not good at commenting and playing a game. I've tried a bit. It doesn't really work well for me. So I don't think it's a really fun thing. And then I watch Robot Cop and their level. Yeah, way better than I am. So I don't want to do that. Myzen, can you see more of Nick and Leo? I'll maybe try and get some more footage of them, pop it up on a video at some point, or post something on Twitter as well. Jack, any paranormal experiences you knew beyond a doubt could not be explained? No, I've had some weird things that I could explain. When I was a student, I was in the house by myself doing some work, and then I heard someone run up the stairs. Kind of odd, because I hadn't heard the front door in the end of it, then back downstairs, then upstairs. By which point I went to check because of what was going on. And as I was watching the stairs, I heard running up and down the stairs. But there wasn't anyone there. That was very creepy. And then I figured out what was going on. It was next door. And I've also had a few things that, yeah, I can explain them away. Like hearing my dog doing a relaxing sigh when I went to bed. It's the usual thing lying next to the bed. The thing being, he died that afternoon. But I can figure that one out. That was just an auditory hallucination. I was expecting to hear it. I was in a bad state. So yeah, things like that I can explain away. I've never had anything I can't explain. Joshua de los Santos, my favourite visual novel. We kind of covered that. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. Felix, yeah, it's going very well and much longer than I expected. So if you catch the video or you haven't been here at all, hope you're enjoying it. Fritze says, go and check out the channel on YouTube. It's very good. What other media do you like to consume? I do read a lot. I don't watch much TV these days, but I do watch some. And I'm a big fan of radio as well. The old radio dramas, the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Journey into Space, stuff like that. I really enjoy listening to a Goon Show for comedy, classic stuff on radio. I love radio. I'd like to do radio acting if I ever could. Some big sci-fi fantasy novels. Yeah, we covered that a bit. I talked about the Malazan Book of the Fallen, and of course Discworld. Sci-fi. I've read a lot of Asimov as well. A lot of Arthur C. Clarke. And again, I said the mystery novels I covered earlier. Love to do that. Astro knows what inspired me to do the visual novels. We kind of covered that already. So yeah, that was just kind of accidental. A lot of this is accidental stuff. I never planned for it. Okay, that list is done. So let's just go the comments on the chat here, and we should really wrap this up soon because I could really do with a cup of tea. Cobus Vista, last question. If you want to start voice acting, what would be the best to start? First off, make sure you get yourself a good setup. So a nice quality microphone. Make sure you have a pop filter as well. They're easy to get, and you can actually make your own from a pair of nylon stockings and a wooden frame. I think they use it for tapestry or something like that. I've seen how to do it. I could probably go through more detail from what I remember. Basically, that's something. I have a shock mount here as well on my microphone which I'm talking into. And then make sure as well you have somewhere you can record without of echo and background noises. I'm just sitting here in the room, and you can hear the dogs in the background maybe. When I'm doing professional stuff, I actually use a duvet over the whole setup, and that just is my soundproofing. So that's just the technical side of it. And just for the rest of it, find something you like to read. Read a novel, visual novels, anything like that. And just do it. Record yourself. Think, how would this person say? Try different ways of doing it. Practice, 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 basically. I mean, I found it very easy to start. But then again, I have years of watching Jackanory and stuff like that. If you noticed on my one stream, I did a quick card in memory of Ronan Cribbins. He did a lot of Jackanory. I learned from there how to tell a story. So if you want to track down some of those things, there should be some on YouTube, I think. That gives you someone to watch. Or also, Fritz Says, myself, Fallen Wolf Dirk, the well-known person who does VNs, whose name I have just forgotten. There is someone well-known on YouTube whose name I've just forgotten. I do apologise to them. But also, anyone like that, just see how people do it and get a feel for it. I'm just practice, like I say. Vivian Jade, that was the name I was trying to think of. And who doesn't love doing Amigas? Fallen, any VNs you won't do on stream. Extracurricular activities, especially for the amount of scenes that I would have to edit out or have a hard time doing there. It's one I wouldn't do. It's not a whole lot of stuff I definitely won't do. I might do some in the future, but sometimes it's just, I don't have the time. Met Marissa with a different voice. That would be very strange, I think. Shelter, VN, ICBR 33Z3. I have played a bit of it. I need to play some more. Maybe something to consider on the channel there. Corey B, thanks. Royal Games 3. I was just through playing WoW years ago, so we knew each other a long time. We actually managed to meet up. Joe 3 Gas. I'm glad you like Sal's voice there. Yeah, I was trying to figure out a good voice for him, and some of them actually ran by Grizz before I started it, just to make sure he wasn't too upset with anyone. He seemed to like that one. Rosman, voice acting into stuff Reddit post. Not really, no. I know some people do, but never tended to do that. Rajay, when you record the 3-hour videos, how many days before do you upload to YouTube for weekend release? Basically, if it's like a long video, I record it and it goes up the same day within a couple of hours. I have to edit and process the edited version and upload. That's pretty much how I do it. Occasionally I will record ahead of time just to give myself a day free. But a lot of the time I record, upload on the same day. Gabriel, thoughts on Dawn's Chorus? I'm really enjoying it. I am playing more routes than you're seeing on the channel. I decided to stick to one. And yep, I'm enjoying it. It's interesting, some of the pronunciations of words I have in there, but it's also nice to see someone to the far north. I'm not the only one up there, but it's definitely a very good VN. I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah, I read all of Pratchett's stuff. I think there's a biography of him out soon, or maybe just came out. I got to look into that, which I want to order from my local independent bookstore. Ever play Amori? Amori, that sounds familiar. Amori. Is that some Amori in the Dark Forest? Is that the one there I'm thinking of? If so, I do think I actually own that. I'm not going to pull up Steam right now to check on it, but I think I have it. One of the things I've gone on sale and haven't had a chance to play yet. If not, just confirm on that which one you mean. I can let you know on that. Aiden, how many times I redo takes on your videos? It varies. Sometimes I can go for like half an hour or more and I'm fine. Then I'll make a mistake and I'll have to do 3 retakes in 2 minutes. Sometimes it's just a total mistake on my part, or I get interrupted by something. But I try to do as much as I can in one go. It makes it much easier. And for me, the flow of the story keeps going there. Kevin, what's something like saying? I like both of those kind of things, Kevin. It depends what mood I'm in to read. And I enjoy some of the darker stuff like Echo. And I love the light-hearted stuff. That's why Polar Night is a horror-themed VN. I'm trying to balance it out a bit more with Supernova, with, Social Awkward's on hiatus now, but also with that, and Glory Hounds as well. So I'd like to make a bit more of a difference there with them. So I enjoy both of them. Okay, well, have a good day or night where it is for you. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to try and wrap this up soon as well. So have a good one. Oh, you're an engineer. Oh, good for you. That's takes a lot of work to get into engineering there, Cobus. Yeah, just practice if you really want to get into it, and say a good quality mic is one of the most important things. All right, yeah, that might be your internet there. I have a lot of problems up here considering I can easily go off for more than a day if someone cuts our cable again. But yeah, it's Ori and the Blind Forest. Yeah, that's one I was trying to think of. What? Yeah, but Omori, I don't know that one. What? Anton GG. Actually, I thought about that too late because I talked about Korra causing me some problems with one of the first appearances. I was actually doing that part unread. I didn't have time to read through how I did it. And Korra's, I said, ooh, so strong. And the way it came out at the time, plus the fact I was not expecting that line. You could actually, on the original version, hear me laughing for 30 seconds till I hit stop. So I had to go back and redo it, and people pointed out, you can hear me trying not to laugh in the lines afterwards. So I did that. It was a very late night recording. Got it up, cleaned up my program. And the next day I thought, I should have actually stuck that thing on the end. But I deleted all the old stuff by that point, so I couldn't do that. I don't really have any, apart from that one, fun bloopers. Normally just me messing up a line, stopping, going back and doing it. So it's not anything too fun there. Omori is more of a psychological horror game. Thanks, What. I will actually check that out. I don't know of it. So thanks for the recommendation there. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, you should think about going to get some sleep there, Gomez Vissa. Have a good night. And it has been over 2 hours now. Jeez, this is a long stream, way longer than I expected this to be. So if you have any last minute questions, you want to just throw them in the chat here. I'll give you a couple more minutes to do that. And then we're going to round off, and I will go make myself a cup of tea, which is really needed right now. It's all going quiet here. So I'm just going to give a quick mention to some of my patrons here. As this is my usual thing from the opening, but I do want to give them a mention here because I really appreciate what they do. And why this one is being weird, I don't know. This is how OBS works. So there we go. But yeah, that has been the stream, and I can really see the delay going on here. Thank you, Aidan. Have a good day yourself, or good night. So, as I said, we will be doing stenography class. Have a good one there. Well, thank you. Glory Hounds will be up on Friday, and then Fallen and I are going to be doing some streaming on Saturday. Yeah, I will go and look up Omori right now. What? Yeah, no problem. I'm asking questions. I haven't played that, Corey B. So nothing to look out for. But yeah, that is, again, thank you all for watching this and sending all your questions in. I hope I answered all of them. I may have missed something, but I hope not. But that's it. Have a good day. Good night, everyone. Until next time. Bye for now.